Okay, sis, now we're looking at question 4. Okay, so let's recap what we already know. Alright, to find the perimeter of a circle, we apply the formula 2 pi r. Okay, 2 times pi, which is 3.14, by the radius of the circle. Alright? And we know that the radius is the point from the centre of the circle to the outside of the circle. That's the r, that's the radius. Okay. We're looking now at finding the perimeter, not of the whole circle, but of part of a circle. So there's one more thing that we need to know, and that is the amount of degrees in a complete circle. So someone does a complete circle in the air, they turn a 360. That's because there are 360 degrees in a circle. Okay? So you need to know that in this question, in question 4. Okay. I want you to look at the first question, which is 4a. Okay, 4a. Now, it's saying, find me the perimeter of this shape. Now, I know that it's a quarter of a circle. There's a few screaming hints here. Okay? One of them is that it has this block in the corner, which means this is a 90 degree. This is a right angle. So if this is 90 degrees, I know that it's a quarter of a circle. Okay? Because 4 nines are 36. 4 90s are 360. So, okay? All right. How do I find then the perimeter of this shape? Okay. I'm glad you asked. All right. The first thing I do is I find out the perimeter if I did the whole circle. Okay, so I apply my 2 pi r formula. It tells me here that the radius is 10. So I apply my formula. 2 times 3.14 times 10. Okay, and that's in centimetres. So it is going to be 62.8 centimetres for the whole circle. But I don't need to find the whole circle. Okay? Now, this is where we think about, and we need a calculator here, but this is where we think about how we find out just a portion of a circle. And it comes back to knowing that there are 360 degrees in a circle. Okay? So this is how I do it. I take my whole circle. The perimeter of the whole circle is 62.8. Now, I divide it by 360, and that tells me how far 1 degree is. 1 degree, okay? Then I have to multiply that by the amount that I want, and the amount that I want is 90 degrees. So 62.8 divided by 360 by 90. Okay? So I'll definitely need my calculator for that. Okay, so this is how I would do it. So I found the perimeter of as if I was doing the whole entire circle. Okay, so I applied my 2 pi r formula and I got to 62.8. Now, I'm going to divide that 62.8 to find out, well, exactly how far is each degree worth. Okay, so 62.8 divided by 360, and it comes to like 0.1744444. But I need to find out now the portion that I want. And the portion that I want is 90 degrees, so I now multiply that by 90. Okay, so 62.8 divided by 360 times 90 is 15 point... Now, this is 6999999 recurring. Okay, what I do here is I look at the third decimal, and it's a 9, which means this one's going to become a 10. So it's going to be 15. It's going to round up to 15.70 centimetres. Okay, so let's recap what we just did there. Okay, we applied the formula 2 pi r to find out the perimeter of a circle which has a radius of 10 centimetres. Okay, but I don't need to find out the length of the whole 360 degrees of the circle. I only need to find out the length of 90 degrees of it. So, around the whole circle, it would have been 62.8 centimetres. Okay? So 62.8, and I divided that by 360 degrees to find out exactly what 1 degree is worth. But then I actually need to find out what 90 of those are worth, so I'd multiplied it by 90. And then I just had to do some rounding at the end here to make my answer mathematically correct. Okay? Got it? If not, pause and rewatch. Okay. We're going to go on to question B now. Okay, so just let me wipe over my board. Alright. Oh dear. I don't know where I put my metho. Here it is. Alright. Okay, so my essential understandings. To find the perimeter of a circle, it is pi r, 2 pi r. Alright, and I need to know that there are 360 degrees in a circle. Okay, let's look at question 4b. 4b. And it gives me... I lost my page. Sorry. Okay, it gives me a part of a circle which is 200 degrees. Okay. In this one, it gives me the radius as 4 centimetres. Okay, so we're looking at 4b. Alright, so the first thing I do is I find out the circumference if it was a complete circle. Okay, so we use our 2 pi r formula. So 2 times pi, 3.14, by the radius, which is 4. Okay, that would give me the whole circle. Okay. Which I believe is 25.12, but I'll just check. Okay, let's go. 2 by 3.14 by 4. So, which is 25.12, and this is in centimetres, this one. Centimetres, okay? Alright. Now, I then need to find out what 1 degree is worth, and then multiply that by 200. So my new sum becomes the whole circumference. So 25.12 divided by 360 to find out what 1 degree is worth. But in this one, it wants to find out the perimeter of 200 degrees. So by 200. So 25.12 divided by 360 equals that by 200 equals 13.95, so I'm going to go round up to 13.96, and that is centimetres. Okay, so I find out what 1 degree is worth by dividing my circumference of the entire circle divided by 360 degrees. Okay, because it tells me what 1 degree is worth, and then I want to find out 200 degrees worth. So I then multiply it by 200 degrees, and that gives me 13.96 centimetres. Okay, we good with that? Alright. So then if we go C, four C, sorry. Alright, same deal. This time we've got a segment of a circle. Okay, and it's telling me that it's 50 degrees, and it's giving me the radius as 2.8 centimetres. Okay, so I apply my formula 2 pi r. 2 times pi, 3.14, by the radius, which is 2.8. And that's going to give me the whole circle, alright? So let's work on that. 2 by 3.14 by 2.8 is 17.584, so I don't have to round it up, 58 centimetres. Okay, so I need to find out what 1 degree is worth and then multiply that by 50. So I find out what 1 degree is worth. I'll go in 17.58 divided by 360 to find out what 1 degree is worth. But then I want to find out what 50 are worth altogether. So then I multiply it by 50. Okay, so we go 17.58 divided by 360 multiplied by 50. 2.44. 2.44, and this one is centimetres. Okay, so that is 4C. Alright, and then we will look at 4D. Okay. Alright, 4D. Here we go. I have a circle that is 350 degrees. Okay, it's not a complete circle. It gives me the radius as 1.5 metres. So I'm going to find out the circumference of the whole circle. So 2 pi r. 2 times pi, which is 3.14, times the radius, which is 1.5. Alright, so let's go. 2 by 3.14 by 1.5 is 9.42 metres. Okay, so I know that this one here, the perimeter they want me to find this time is 350 degrees. So my answer is going to be close to that. Okay, which is going to help me to check to see if my answer's quite right. Okay, so I'm going to go 9.42 divided by 360 multiplied by 350, because that's what this one's asking me to find. Okay, 9.42 divided by 360 equals that, multiplied by 350, gives me 9.1, I'm going to go, so it's 158. So I'm going to make, this is going to push that up to 6. So it's going to be 9.16, corrected 2 decimal places. Okay, 9.16, and this is metres. Alright, that is question 4. Now can you do it for yourself, please?